Hey guys, welcome to live stream. I mean, YouTube. My first official video, and I will be kicking off with the Americans. And we'll do a little bit of. And my first match will be in realistic. Midway, nice. Dogfighting Japs. Dogfighting Japs. No offense to Japanese people, but I just do that. I always say dogfighting Japanese. That's what I mean. So let's have some fun. Simple tips. American planes are designed for boom and zoom, so you always want to get a altitude advantage. And normally when I dogfight against the Japanese planes, I normally go for a slashing attack. Slashing attacks is more of a where you make a banking turn, like a gentle or hard banking turn, and then when you line up for your target, you make sure you hit them from above at quick and high speeds. My general idea for a slashing attack is like around 300 miles per hour. If you go faster than that in realistic, you're definitely gonna break your wings. Also, when you're dogfighting the Japanese planes in a American plane, like a P-400, which is this plane, you definitely do not want to get into turning fights unless you know how to make sure you use your flaps and use lots of rudder. Otherwise, you're in a few turns, that Japanese plane is going to be on your six very quickly. As you see on my team, we have 4 AIs, so do the enemy team, and we have a bunch of F2A Buffaloes, the Brewster Buffaloes, and the speedy Dauntless Dive Bomber, and the consolidated PBY-5 Catalina. And it looks like one of the enemy planes is a G4M1 Betty Bomber. Normally, when you see well, this is a very basic tip. When you see a plane hitting this early in the map, like in the first 3 minutes, you would expect them to be flying at very low altitude, and you can use that to your own advantage. But always remember, the Betty has a 20mm cannon on its rear, behind it, and a bunch of other smaller machine guns as well. Never get behind it from the rear, but always make a diving attack from like the front, like a 12 o'clock high slashing attack. That's a far more. I would recommend that idea far more. But if you guys have a better idea, please say so in the comments below. Thank you. Alright, there's the enemy KI-43 Oscar. The Nakajima of KI-43 Oscar is It's a very good plane in turning fights, but if you hit it with even a single 7.7 millimeter bullet, you will wreck its entire controls. That thing can out is very good in a very slow, tight turning fights, as it's slightly better in the zero. But definitely do not want to get into a turning fight with a KI-43 Oscar, as long as you can avoid it, unless you're flying a Shaika biplane, which is the Russian biplane, as those things could have them for breakfast. Currently, I just click C and I just observed there was lots of heavy AAs aiming down there. So there's another one or two planes over there, I believe, and I will start. That has not been detected yet, so I'm gonna start making my attack runs. As you see there, you do not want to make a very low level attacking like what the SBD just did. Apparently, by doing that, you will just if you're flying too low and slow when you're trying to make a strafing run, you have to make sure you keep some altitude. Otherwise you're gonna crash your plane into the sea. Currently, I'm gonna try to use my speed to get a advantage over this Cat-43 from pilot by Mr. from the WR um squadron named Mr. Korea Kobe. Apparently, that other Oscar just got the bounce on me, and I'm gonna try to use my own speed to my advantage. In this type of situation, you want to outrun the KI-43 Oscar as it's a far slower plane, which I'm gonna try to do. Now you see I'm starting to eventually outrun that KI-61, I believe. The KI-61 is the Tony. I'm starting to outrun the guy, and I'm gonna try to hit the map border to keep him away from doing any more damage to my team. Also, a simple fact: in WarThunder Realistic and many other game modes, the KI-61 is a far horrible turning plane. Even many planes can outturn it, like a Spitfire or a P-400 or a few other American planes. as you see, here, apparently that guy from Crate, he's not letting go of me that easily. If I'm correct, he knows he has to keep up pursuing me. Otherwise, I could triple him with my 20mm cannon, and I could wreck his controls very easily. Also, KI-61 is actually somewhat of a copy of a BF-109F, but with Japanese design armaments. Now I'm just gonna tell him something. I'm just gonna basically troll him a bit. With my ally at least a few kilometers away, Tag Dog is not gonna be able to make it in time unless he wants to lose his entire team. And basically, I'm just catching up to him right now, and he's not going to be able. If I keep maintaining my speed, he's not going to get away with it. And he sees me, and we're gonna line up. I'm gonna line up for a headshot, a quick burst, and hopefully dodge. And I bust him down. Even though KI-61 is a slightly much more has more armor than most Japanese other monoplanes, it's still very fragile. And you just saw what I did to that guy. I just like put him. I just put him down by just putting a couple shots into him, like set him off ablaze, and he just went down. Congratulations to my own teammate in Hammerfist number in the F2A. Currently, this map, I'll be while I'm flying the B-25, I'll be dogfighting against the Russians. The Russians do have exceptional good planes. They're not to be sniffed at. Russian planes do have exceptional maneuverability as well. If you if you have and Americans are far better in slashing attacks. If you can keep a Russian, if you and Russians are also generally good overall planes. They could do maneuvers. They could do B and Z. So that means if you're gonna take on the Russians, you better know what you're doing. Otherwise, you will be screwed. And also, you better learn how to fear the Yak-9T. Otherwise, that's gonna kill you. And by fearing, you have to know what how to defeat it as well. Because if you don't, that massive big gun it has is going to be clean house. Currently, I'm just diving to a lower altitude so that I could drop my bombs early and get the heck out of there because I definitely don't want to be food for enemy planes, which I might have been right now. A little history about the B-25 it was generally designed for a standard medium bomber, but it was also very but when they were using the Southern Pacific Theater, it was found out the B-25 was actually very good as could do gunship roles and other low-level attacks. One of the most famous raids that involved the B-25 was the Doolittle raid, as the Americans bombed Tokyo and a few other Japanese cities, which caused the Japanese a lot of panic as they were thinking their homelands were invincible until the bombs fell on their own land. Hopefully that bomb hits nonetheless, and I gotta pull out, otherwise I will be breakfast for the AAAs. And nonetheless, the bomb was a few meters away, but I still hit. Currently, I'm trying to locate the airbase so I can make a landing. And also letting you guys know, I do not like flying through fog as it's very hard to locate the base. I know many of you guys will say that, hey, their base is ahead of you, and that it's on my dead ahead, but I have to get ready. I have to make sure I land on my approach, otherwise I'll be crashing my plane. If you guys do hear background, just letting you guys know, that's my roommate. Thank you. Normally, the recommended stall speeds I always say for any plane is about 110 miles per hour. Currently, I'm going to line up my B-25's landing approach. And I'm gonna let drag the plane's weight and drag slow me down. Normally when I make landings, I normally forget bombers have a front landing gear wheel, which I normally make tail landings normally. Okay, with most of my team dead, normally I would try to be more careful, and also enemy team would expect me to fly at high altitude or extremely low. All I know is I have to keep doing what I'm supposed to do, just drop bombs, and hopefully they don't catch me. Or locate me, whichever comes first. Normally, this stage of the battle, you would expect most members of each team to return to their base to repair, or like what that LA-5F does, attack ground targets and get blown out of the sky for making screw up his attack run, or he just makes a basic mistake. Also, since I'm seeing this LA-5, I believe he has scouted me, and I'm trying to turn my bomb around for a head-on attack run, hopefully to intimidate him. By dropping my bombs, I'm gonna gain some lift and also some speed, which I'm using to fly to my front to some of these ships and allow them to help me out as well. Also, by flying low, I could allow my own plane to help out a bit. Sometimes you can rely on your ship's triple anti-aircraft batteries to help you out, but otherwise, don't trust all the time, like what happened. Where I got shredded by a Yak 9K. And my team is dead. And my final part of my videos with flying with Billy Yanks is the Billy Yanks or the Americans is flying the P-39Q with the four 12.7 50 caliber bullets, them two also known as the Medusa 50 calibers, and with the other 7mm cannon. Not a bad result overall for flying the Americans. Now I'm just gonna do a little spend some of my lions and get this plane for crew. Alright, let's see. Apparently, my most of my team is loaded with King Cobras, which is quite a good plane, as it has a very powerful 37mm cannon. And we have a B-25J-1 Mitchell, a Spitfire Mark II B, a F4 Wildcat with 650 calibers, the A-20 Havoc, which is quite a good plane, especially with the rockets, which is quite enjoyable. A P-40E-1 Kitty Hawk, and a P-38 Lightning, and a Bowfighter, and the American Mitsubishi A6M2 Rising, also known as the Zero. Personally, personally believe that the P-40E matchmaking is a little bit too harsh for the plane, as the Hellcat and Corsair is slightly better matchmaking for it, because the Kitty Hawk has a 38.3 matchmaking, and while other planes have a 650 caliber M2 Browning machine guns have about 3.0. But that is my opinion. But if you guys believe I am wrong, please leave a comment below. Seems like our B-25 is going to make the first blow. Also, like I said, never if you hit early and hit the first blow, it will allow the enemy team to know that you're flying at low altitudes, and they can use that to your advantage. Also, in this mode, we will be taking on the Germans. Expecting a match against some FWA A1s, so Dornier 217s, Heinkel H6s, BF109E-3, or the BF109 Frederick the Frederick -4 drop, or the regular F4. Okay, wait. Oh, never mind. I thought we just, there was a, oh, actually we're taking on the Russians. I didn't know that. Normally when it's like, help capture Berlin, you would expect to take on Germans, but you would never expect to take on Russians. Anyway, I'm gonna make a slashing attack on this PE-2, unless he turns into me, then he would foil my attack run. But I'm gonna quickly set up my attack. Quickly pull back up, and I'm gonna set up him for another attack run. Unless he gets one of his friends to chase me. Alright, good job, my team. You got guy. And there's a Yak 9. Personally, Yak 9s are great planes, but the only bad thing about them is that it has not many shells for its big cannon, the 37mm. Minor slashing attack, and I just land some hits. No crits, but anyway. And good job, my ally A6M20 for the good kill. Very good shot. And more likely, I'm getting head-on paths with this guy. More likely, I should not be doing this, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Yep, he's gonna beat me in a tourney fight. But I'm trying to fly to my own ally right now, and hopefully he saves me. If he doesn't, I'll be a little bit pissed off. But anyway, you can't count on your teammates most of the time, but I'll try to count on him a bit. And I believe and he actually saves me. So, yeah, you can count on your teammates, but not all the time. As my own buddy just saved me, and I'm very grateful. Oh, and there was a lag spike. Oh, normally I prefer one of my most favorite tricks is when they're trying to make a head-on attack on you and you try to avoid them. Just fly under them, you know. It's not the best tactic, but it's good enough. Okay, normally I wouldn't do this that frequently, but I'm gonna try it out. Okay, instructor's trying to screw me over a bit, but oh well. Can't win them all. And I just got crippled a bit. Seems like I have to bail out. I'm gonna be dead. Anyway, let's see. What's chasing me? Yep, a King Cobra. There's no way we could maneuver a King Cobra, especially with damage. And the most I can do right now is to hope that I sail out, and he screwed me over, and could kill him anyway because that plane's he simply outplayed me, and I couldn't do anything about it. My big mistake was to get myself stuck in there. I should have made a slashing attack. Anyway, good game, 2-9 team. Good game, everyone. And I'm going back to hangar, and that's about it. Anyway, American planes are very good, especially in boom and zoom, and also you guys see my planes are not fully upgraded yet. Still American planes are good at boom and zoom, and have good firepower. Never sniff at them when whereas they're very good and boom and zoom techniques, as they can really hurt you. Anyway, it was a pleasure to make my first video, and I wish you guys the best luck. Click that subscribe button if you like my content, and if you guys think if you believe I can improve, tell me, and I will listen to your comments, and I'll make sure if you guys do, I will give you guys a shout out. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.